Hello and welcome along to part 26 of this Dark Souls guide and playthrough. We're at the parish. Came back here from Lost Izalith because we have to do something. We have to go and meet an NPC with a rather sunny disposition, and to meet him we have to go this way. What else have we got in store today? We've also got in store a boss, and then we're going to make our way finally to the first bonfire in Lost Izalith. Just come back and check on Rhea now and again, see what she's got to say.
I was wondering when you might return. It is a great relief to see.
So she's got nothing new to say. But yeah, periodically come in and check on her. Yeah, what else? I'm just using the Great Scythe. I've upgraded it to +5 I think. And as you can see, it's a great weapon. I've obviously got the Ring of Fog on, just using it for no particular reason. But yeah, the Great Scythe is just absolutely fantastic. Fast, bleed effect, great reach, dead angle. One of the best weapons in the game. So yeah, in the previous episode you can see I've got poison mist in my bar as well. And in the previous episode, well, I don't know what I was doing there, but in the previous episode I couldn't. There's something you have to do with poison mist, and I couldn't do it because we hadn't spoken to the NPC. Oh, great dodge there. We hadn't spoken to the NPC. Bad dodge there. Yeah, and he's down here basically. We've been here before. This is obviously the bridge with the Drake or Hellkite Dragon on it. And as you can see, Solaire's back.
Oh, hello there. Forgive me. I was just pondering about my poor fortune. I did not find my own son, not in Anor Londo, nor in Twilight Blacktown. Where else might my son be? Lost Izalith? Or the tomb of the Grave Lord? But I cannot give up. I became undead to pursue
That's
it.
important.
But when I peer at the sun up above, it occurs to me, what if I am seen as a laughingstock? As a blind fool without reason?
That's also important.
Well, I suppose they wouldn't be far off.
So this is a sunlight altar. And you can join the Covenant, the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant. You use the sunlight medals that you pick up to increase your rank in that Covenant. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to warp back to... If you can warp to the Daughter of Chaos bonfire, I can't because I killed the Firekeeper there, the Fair Lady. So I had to run all the way back through the swamp to get back here. But if you've not done that and you've wisely not killed her before resting at the bonfire, it's okay to kill her, but rest at the bonfire first, and that allows you to get access to the bonfire to warp to it. I didn't, and hence I had to run through the poison swamp. Anyway, now we've talked to Solaire, we can come back here and make sure you've got poison mist equipped. I've already picked that item up over on the right, that's a soul item. But yeah, it's interesting. Solaire's words are interesting. He says that he became undead to pursue this, and now some people have claimed or argued that Solaire is actually Lord Gwyn, firstborn son, and the firstborn son of Lord Gwyn became lost. His name became lost in history. Anyway, let's talk about the strategy here. Why am I standing in front of a brick wall? Well, this is the shortcut between Lost Izalith and Demon Ruins. And what you want to do is you want to spew poison mist into the wall, and we'll see that something starts to die on the other side of that wall, and it's very important to do this for reasons that will become clear in the next episode. You'll know that you've killed the right thing if you receive 100 souls, and I'll tell you in advance that we have killed the right thing. So we have done something important there, and it will become clear in the next episode. And if you've raised your rank to +2 in the Daughter of Chaos Covenant, the Chaos Servant Covenant, whatever it's called, you can actually, that wall, you can open that wall. But you need to give her, the Fair Lady, quite a lot of humanity to do that, and it's just not worth it in my opinion. This is the way we're going to go, as the alternative way, or the main, I suppose, kind of way to Lost Izalith. No point in keeping Poison Mist on, might as well put Power Within on. So yeah, I want to get this in quickly. I was talking about Solaire. First, the long lost first son of Lord Gwyn, possibly, maybe not. But it's interesting that he says that he became undead to pursue his mission of finding the sun, or his son. And he means SUN, as in like the gaseous ball of plasma and hydrogen and whatnot that's burning at 3000 degrees Celsius on the surface, or whatever it is, in millions of degrees Celsius in the core. Anyway, so he became undead, and he also mentions, and yeah, the gods, I don't think, you know, they don't go through the same hollowing out process. Maybe they do actually. If I'm wrong about that, correct me. But I just thought that was interesting. He said he became undead to pursue his dream, and that those above, i.e. gods again, those above, are laughing at him, or might laugh at him and laugh at his quest. And we see statues as well. If you go to Firelink Shrine, where Frampt is, you'll see statues of a woman holding a newborn baby, and some people think that's maybe Solaire. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about the boss fight. We're going to be fighting the Centipede Demon. We've already seen him when we were coming down to Demon Ruins. He's a really easy boss, and I have to offer up my excuses in advance. I make a meal of this fight, to say the least. This is my worst performance out of all the fights I've had in Dark Souls, I think. I just get the timings wrong. I need to two-hand the halberd because I don't have enough strength to wield it one-handed, and at one point I use it one-handedly. It's just a mess. But we'll get him in the end. And yeah, the Centipede Demon is weak to ranged magic attacks and something else, I can't remember. Bleed weapons, that's it. What you want to do is you want to just come along this way to the right, top up your health before you go across the lava again, and top up your health again. And he won't have reached you yet, or it won't have reached you. It has like a few, it jumps, it has like a few jumping attacks, a few not ranged attacks, but basically, I don't even know how you describe its anatomy. Is that claws, or claws with mouths attached to the end of it? I don't know. It's a strange looking demon. It was born like all the demons were, because of the Witch of Izalith's messing around, or attempts to clone the first flame. And that gave rise to the Bed of Chaos, and the Bed of Chaos then gave rise to all the demons that we see. But yeah, you just want to basically hit its tentacle. You want it to bait it to come forward, to come closer. I like to hit the back of its legs. You'll see I actually start to get damage in against it in a moment. There we go. And the Black Knight Halberd takes swathes of health off of it. So it's not a challenging fight. I'm making it look kind of more difficult than it actually is. And even though I've performed terribly here, you can see that it's not really causes any problems. Really. I know it's taking some of my health off now and again, but really it's not done much. So that attack there, you can see it had like a small area of effect attack. Anyway, quickly change over ring to the covetous Silver Serpent ring so you can get your extra 20% in souls, which will give us an extra 8,000 souls, I think. Yeah, 48,000 we'll get for this, and we also get the orange charred ring. Believe it or not, that ring once belonged to Ceaseless Discharge, you know, the kind of slow, dim-witted creature that was guarding his sister's armour set, the gold helm set. Remember, you hit his hand and he falls off the side into the pit of lava. Anyway, that ring belonged to him. His mummy gave it to him because his feet get sore when he was walking through lava. I'm not joking, that's actually the reason. And basically this ring allows you to walk through lava because it increases your whatever resistance, fire resistance massively. You take 80% less damage from walking through the lava with that ring on, and it's actually an important ring for the next area we're going to, Lost Izalith. What else was I going to say? Yeah, I've seen people get lost in this room. The way to progress is through this kind of wee opening, and it is quite hard to see. It's definitely could be challenging. Anyway, orange charred ring. Since his sores were inflamed by lava from birth, his witch sisters gave him a special ring, which was nice of them. But as it like it fully is, he dropped it, and I don't know how the centipede demon ended up with it. But yeah, I think we really did put ceaseless discharge out of his misery. Seems like quite a bumbling fool. Anyway, here's Solaire again.
Why? Why? After all this searching, I still cannot find it.
Yep, he can't find his son.
Why?
I don't know why he's searching for the sun. Well, I have an idea why he's searching for the sun, but I'll discuss that in the next episode. Lost Izalith. The first area of the game that was developed for Dark Souls was the painted world of Ariamis, believe it or not. It wasn't Firelink Shrine or Undead Burg or the Asylum, it was the painted world of Ariamis, and that's why it's got such a... it's not connected to the rest of the map. You have to use a special... There's a special way to get there because, yeah, like I say, the map isn't connected like all the other maps are. But this area, I believe, is the last area that was developed, Lost Izalith, and it really shows the level design is poor, the enemies are weird, and it just feels rushed and not very interesting. These big kind of dinosaur-looking creatures are called what are they called? I've written it down. Bounding demons, and they jump and stuff. I don't know, I've never attacked them. You don't need to, as you can see, their aggro radius is like tiny, and I just ignore them. I think they drop like 2,000 souls if you kill them each. So if you've got some kind of powerful ranged attack, it's a quick way of getting souls. You've got more of these demonic statues, which are just an annoyance rather than a challenge. There's going to be a good item around here. One of these walls is an illusory wall. Illusory wall, however you pronounce it. Not that one. Do you know, that's an interesting thing I've just realised. I've never realised this until now. Well, I'll talk about this first. This is basically a form of FromSoft giving you compensation for basically for you having to endure such a crap level. They gave you the largest soul item in the game, which is 20,000 souls. The soul of a great hero. I think it's fair compensation. So the way to progress is you climb through the vines of the trees, or the branches of the fallen branches of the trees. Petrified branches. And yeah, you can see it's important to have the orange charred ring on in here, because you're constantly walking through lava, and that's what an important thing. Always keep checking that you've got that ring on. As soon as you leave this area, you can take it back off again. But if you die and get spawned at the Lost Izalith bonfire, make sure you put the ring back on, or make sure you've got the ring on. What I was going to say was, I hadn't realised before until now, every time you kill a boss in this game, you get a boss soul, and you can go and read the description. Like, so if you kill, let's say Sif, for example, Sif the dog, you get his soul, yeah, and you can go and read the item description. But demons don't have souls, so you don't actually get boss souls when you kill them. So like the centipede demon, the Taurus demon, the Taurus demon, the Asylum demon, the Stray demon, the Fire Sage demon. None of these you don't get souls with these guys. Anyway, repair your items and do all the stuff you need to do, and the next item will take on the Bed of Chaos, which is one of the worst fights in the game, but I hope this episode helped.